Well, gospel singing sensation Dr. Rebecca Malope and the late Dr. Joseph Shabalala will be honored during the national orders, which President Cyril Ramaphosa will preside over later this morning. The national orders are the highest awards that a country bestows on distinguished citizens and eminent foreign nationals. They recognize their contribution towards building a non-racial, democratic and prosperous South Africa. Our colleague Samkele Maseko is live for us from Pretoria at the Sefako Makgatho Presidential Guest House. A very good morning to you, Samkele. What can you tell us about what's happening where you are?
Well, at this point in time, the national orders will be handed over to those South Africans and eminent foreign nationals whom are playing a pivotal role in global politics, in other issues such as business, in international politics, in international relations, and other issues relating to the broader humanity here within the African continent and the world at large. And in particular, in South Africa, our very own Dr. Rebecca Malope, who will be seated on this specific chair, will be honored. She is a singing sensation within the gospel fraternity in the broader South African Republic and also the African continent as well. And the founder of Ladysmith Black Mambazo, the late Joseph Shabalala, will also be honored here by President Cyril Ramaphosa, where he will be handing him down with one of the national orders. The president will be seated on these specific chairs on my left here, and he will be addressing from that specific podium, and all the recipients of these national orders will be coming up on this specific ramp and walking through this red carpet here to go and receive their national orders here at the Sefako Makgatho Guest House. But most importantly, one of the foreign individuals who will be getting honored here with one of the national orders will be David Cameron by President Cyril Ramaphosa. We're not yet sure whether he will be attending this specific event or not, but the key main figures here is the late Joseph Shabalala, one of the founding members of Ladysmith Black Mambazo, who are an international award-winning choir within which is from the African country and also from South Africa, and hails from the area of Newcastle in KwaZulu-Natal. And also Mama Dr. Rebecca Malope will be also honored, as she will be sitting here as I had pointed on. And also David Cameron will be honored by President Cyril Ramaphosa, amongst many other dignitaries who will be making their way here to be honored by the president and the South African government.
You're speaking about David Cameron, who's an international honorary. Do you have a sense of any continental people who are being honored?
At this point in time, we have in the form of David Cameron. On the continental aspect, we are still yet to go through some of the figures that will be honored here, but we do know that some of the retired justices in the country will also be honored by President Cyril Ramaphosa, who have served on the justice of the country, of the apex court in the land. Some of them, two of them who have retired, they will also be honored here with national orders. But on an African perspective at this point in time, we still need to peruse through and see some of the names that will be honored here in this national orders on the African perspective as a whole. But we do know that on an international front, it is David Cameron, and on a national front, on the South African country, it is Dr. Rebecca Malope, and also the late Joseph Shabalala, who is one of the founding members of Ladysmith Black Mambazo. We can see some of the dignitaries that have arrived here and who are currently seated and are having various engagements, who will be honored by the president as they have taken their seats.
Samkele, so much anticipation always precedes this event. We see there's a lot of activity in your background. What's your sense in terms of readiness? Are they going to be starting on time?
They are ready in a sense that they will also be starting on time. We do know that the President of the Republic is a stickler for time, and he terms it Buffalo time, and he intends on keeping that time aspect, unless if there is urgent government business that needs to be attended to that may delay the start of these proceedings. We've not yet seen the Minister of Sports and Recreation and Arts and Culture in the country. That would be Minister Natim Tetwa, who is going to be officiating this particular program alongside President Cyril Ramaphosa, and we've not seen the president, and we've also not seen the Deputy President of the Republic, David Mabuza, and the Minister in the Presidency, Mondli Gungubele, whom have also not made their way here. But instead, we have seen a very interesting face, who is a former Director General of this specific presidency, that is Dr. Cassius Lubisi, who is seated there perusing one of the documents that has been presented and being given to government here. There you can see Dr. Cassius Lubisi there engaging with one of the particular dignitaries here. We will try and get a word or two from Dr. Cassius Lubisi on the meaning and the essence of these national orders, as we are trying to signal to him to come and give us a word or two on this particular function by government of national orders. He was a Director General during the era of former President Zuma, and also when President Ramaphosa took over, he was in this seat until he decided to retire, and Dr. Baleni took over this particular position. Dr. Cassius Lubisi, just how's retirement?
Samkele, I've discovered that this thing called retirement is fake news. It doesn't exist. You work more than when you were in service, but for less.
Dr. Lubisi, just on the essence of the national orders, you've been a Director General in the Presidency, the main significance of these orders and the individuals that are honored by them. Just give us, over the years, the sense of it whilst you were still the Director General in the Presidency.
This is one of the most prestigious ceremonies that any state can conduct. These national orders are the highest recognition that His Excellency the President can give to any South African citizen and foreign nationals of great esteem who are friends of the Republic. We recognize people for the work they've done while they were still alive. Some of them, as you will see, are no longer with us. Some of them are with us. They become a beacon of hope for many people who are alive, so that ordinary people in our streets can try to emulate them.
Many South Africans will implore and will see themselves in Ma'am Dr. Rebecca Malope. They may see themselves in the late Ntate Joseph Shabalala. Others whom are lovers of politics and international relations, when you look at how the government will be honoring David Cameron, what is the significance of particularly these three individuals that I have honored and their relation to South Africans and them being honored here today from your perspective as Dr. Cassius Lubisi?
Yeah, of course, Rebecca Malope has been in our gospel music scene for a long, long time. She's been given all sorts of awards, but she had not yet been recognized nationally with this highest honor of our land. It's high time that she gets that recognition. She is an inspiration to many young people, many young musicians follow her. Of course, the late Joseph Shabalala was an absolute pleasure to be around with. He is an icon on the international stage, well known, having worked with many people such as Paul Simon, Ray Peary and other people all over the world. He is an inspiration, a true inspiration, and we are very, very pleased that he is finally recognized. We would have wanted him to be recognized while he was still alive, but unfortunately it was not to be. But ultimately he is recognized, and we are very pleased about it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cassius Lubisi, and hope you do finally get to retire in your retirement and not work so much.
Thank you very much, Samkele.
Thank you, thank you. That is Dr. Cassius Lubisi, former Director General in the Presidency, speaking about the legacy of Ntate Joseph Shabalala, the late Joseph Shabalala, and his relations with the likes of Chikapa Ray Peary within that music fraternity, whom were honored on an international front and were also award-winning artists when it comes to Ladysmith Black Mambazo, their type of music, Umbaqanga. You go to Ma'am Rebecca Malope. a sensation within the gospel fraternity, adored by millions of South Africans. As a youngster growing up, I would hear my parents belting out those songs by Mama Rebecca Malope, who will be honored here on this specific stage on one of the highest orders on the land by President Cyril Ramaphosa, the Minister in the Presidency, Mondli Kungubele, the Deputy President, David Mabuza, and also the Minister of Arts and Culture and Sports and Recreation in the country, Nathi Mthethwa.
Istatamiya, Samkele, and thank you so much. We'll keep checking in with you. I particularly like that part where the former Director General says it's fake news, this whole retirement story. But we'll keep checking in with you in the run-up and as we look forward to hosting the event live when it starts.